Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Sherlock Holmes, Primes and Cumishments with your host. I was going to say James Brie, but we'll try. We'll try and see if we can get back to his character, shall we? This episode. We'll see what happens. Welcome to Sherlock Holmes, Primes and Cumishments with your host, James Brie. We're back.
Into your clothes and come.
The game is afoot. Are we Watson this episode? Which would really help my character, frankly.
In the sitting room.
Because if I'm not Holmes, I feel like I can keep this going easier.
Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence.
Okay.
Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified.
Okie dokie.
I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Probably has, yes.
They all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon.
He's not wrong, to be
It
fair,
would be much
Watson.
better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I just need to adjust something. So I found, and I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but I found that the
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
the voices were a little bit soft, a little bit quiet compared to the rest of the thing going on.
I can tell
when it
from
comes to video,
Lestrade's
you
handwriting
lovely
that he was
folks.
in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
You can, because the B is a little bit jointy.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
E.B. Erectile bollocks. Engorged bollocks. Coat of arms.
Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Interesting. Now we open it and find out what the actual letter says, shall we? Abbey Grange, Marksham, Kent, 3:30 a.m. Why do we date? Why do you time your end? Like, why do you not date them? You put a time on it. Why do you not date it? That's very strange. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a very most remarkable case. Still got it. Don't worry. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace here. There. Like I said, perfect.
So, what is it, Holmes?
This is a case
Promising,
we
as
must get on
always,
to right
It
away,
appears to
Watson.
be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms.
Yes.
The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all
It is
thanks
sent
to
at 3:30
Lestrade.
a.m.
He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine
Obviously.
the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes
I
sense.
freaking got there in
Lestrade
2
also
seconds
speaks
flat,
of
mate.
The woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately.
Indeed.
I
Let's
live
go
in
right
hope
away.
of an interesting morning.
Okay, Abbey Grange shall be. Yes, I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I am bloody loving it. It's wonderful to do this kind of thing, and it's not like normally in my wheelhouse to do this kind of like chill type game, but I'm really glad to see that it's doing so well with so many of you. I'm so glad you're enjoying, because it is kind of a very mixed bag of games we kind of do over here on the channel, and there will be more different stuff coming up in the future, more kind of vloggy things going out and about. I've got a lot of things I'm planning on doing this year, so it's nice to kind of see that so many
Mr.
different things
Holmes,
are
Dr.
going to be cool
Watson,
with
here
you guys.
are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not
Are
have
you?
troubled you after all.
Why
And
not?
why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and 2 sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of
Must have a
aggression.
very long poker.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her
Interesting.
and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright,
Where is the body of the
Right.
deceased?
in the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Are you trying to prove yourself this time, Watson? Because you
Lady
seem to be in a bit of
Brackenstall
a
awaits you in the
tizzy.
morning room.
I appear to be as, arrogant as ever, but
Sir
in all honesty, I
Mortham
kind of enjoy it.
Brackenstall.
That is a fine beard. You all have
Lord
fine
Brigham
beards.
Brackenstall.
Except you. Your beard is kind of strange, I'll be honest with
Lord George Brackenstall.
you. Lord George. Lovely. What?
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
You do not have a beard
Lord
at all. You are
Ramsay
disappointing.
Brackenstall.
Ramsay Brackenstall. And what is
Baron
wrong with you
Lyndon
people?
Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Well, there's no sign. How do I know which one is the morning room? I mean, obviously it's this one. This is the only one you let me in. God damn it.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself.
Oh,
My
bloody hell,
name
that's
is
quite a
Sherlock
shiner
Holmes.
you've got there, my darling.
I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
Who are you?
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not
I was going
been
to say,
happy.
you didn't seem very
I fear
upset
that
by
all
it.
would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
I mean, I could see it in your eyes, my love. You didn't have a... It wasn't sorrow of him losing. There was sorrow of having had this done to you, I believe. This is a look I am most familiar with. There's something. Hello. Pale cheeks. You haven't seen the sun in a while. He keeps you inside and does not let you experience life outside. Australian origin. He does like to doll you up, though, and have you seem as though you are a radiant trophy, I believe, of his, whatever. All bruises, so he has been fighting, or you've been fighting for a while. And the wedding ring. What happened
Can you
last night?
describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have
Yes,
already
ma'am.
told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Would you mind
madam,
again?
It is.
I will tell you then. Sir
you
Eustace
very much,
retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book.
Oh, did you now?
Before I went upstairs,
What was the
I
book?
entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... Oh, God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the
Interesting.
first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that
Kinky.
instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them,
And all he had
the
was a
elder
stick.
one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
There's something missing.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one.
Doesn't add
Was
up.
there anything specific that was troubling you?
I mean, why would you go to the
was
effort of breaking
not a
into
nice
a
man
quite
when
an
he was
upper class
drunk.
house
And he suffered from dark moods,
and
but
only take a
nothing
little bit of
else.
silver? And he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else. Old bruises.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
How do you... Yes, he did.
Like
He
I
was
said,
very
I
angry
know
at the
everything.
time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Yes, ma'am. So
Your
you had to find a
ladyship.
good guy like CheeZ. Okay, CheeZ's lovely. We
Oh,
met
what a
one day
horrible
on
thing
the
to have
beach. He was paying for children to take the donkey round once or twice. He's lovely, lovely, lovely gentleman.
Teresa, I would like to
Really
hear
trying
your
to get into
testimony.
character here, I am.
Certainly, sir.
Anyway, Teresa, lovely. You look more austere, though not a little bit hurt. You are not... Are you from England? I don't... Maybe you're not. Wrinkles. You are a little bit older, apparently, but you take care of the lady as if she was your daughter. Handkerchief. Vinegar smell. Resuscitation. Caring. As I said, you take care of her as though she was your daughter. But we have one last piece here. Coffee stain. Interesting. I would not imagine someone who worked in a house like
As I
this.
sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
What
I
time
went
was
to
this?
bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's
Interesting.
all I know.
Is it now? I'm suspicious of everybody, frankly. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls, as they are known, made their reappearance by the way of a brutal but successful intrusion to one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. The police are already on their tail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all 3 men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile of the family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band and to provide the full description as it is available at the moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of 3, a father and his 2 sons. Sorry. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already grey-haired, while of average build and average height and build. Being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered with a small, disproportionate head. Well, that's sad. He's a pinhead. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is a somewhat weaker constitution and is as skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the exceptional, brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert and may your valuables stay safe. Interesting. I hate having the little icons. Interesting.
The description of
They
the
were
Randall
pirates.
gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Yes, but with it being so identical, does that not paint a little picture that maybe potentially she has worked this to her own devices?
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
I don't know, but can we examine the boat? Or was it Rock
So
of
the
Gibraltar?
lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago.
Oh,
on
so
this ship.
the stone is from her home rather than a present from her husband.
A trapper's
Interesting.
hut.
Very interesting.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
I don't obviously normally distrust the victim entirely right from the get-go, but given that this is Sherlock Holmes, Primes and Cumishments, I do believe this is bullshit.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Which one's Eustace? Or Eugene, whatever his name is. Okay, that's slightly concerning.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Thank you, I shall. Was that not what you were doing this whole fucking time, Watson? I mean, me and Holmes were in there doing the job, you
Antique
know.
hunting weapons.
Why would you not have brought one in with you? Oh no, this was the room where you died, sorry. Examine the chair.
Sailor's
The rope.
knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled
Well, they
by
were
the murderers.
pirates.
We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Okie dokie.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Very interesting. Yes,
The
look, I mean,
hunting seed.
they went through the whole thing, yes? They went through the whole thing. Why would
These
you not
wine bottles are expensive.
blonk out a few people? And they were pirates.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
That's what I mean. Why would they not have taken it?
an empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
I don't understand. I don't think that makes any sense. For pirates, I think they would have taken everything, would they not? Would they not have just... I would have taken everything, and I'm not even a pirate.
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house.
No, they didn't.
They only took a little silverware.
It seems very odd to have been stood outside, examining the house, and then only taken... And there are 3 glasses.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Very interesting.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Okay.
This glass has some wine traces. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other 2 are clear.
Right.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed.
So...
Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Is this the wine bottle that was missing from the rack, potentially?
A fur trader.
It's very
So,
strange
Watson,
so far.
what have you learned from examining Sir
Yes,
Eustace's
dickhead,
body?
what have you learned? Because I've been
Well,
doing
I
all the
can
work so
confirm
far.
that the death was instant.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are
Interesting.
no other apparent injuries.
Quite a large stick. A formidable weapon.
Yeah, but did him no good in the end, Holmes, did
That
it?
must be the murder weapon.
Well done, dickhead. Examine the head.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Especially if they use the pointy end.
Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
He had time to put a shirt on and braces, though, didn't he? What else is there? Is there anything else? Oh, there's
It is
blood on the
covered in
grate.
blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Are you sure he got hit in the front and he didn't get hit on the back of his head? Mantelpiece.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Interesting. It feels very odd. I feel like potentially what has happened, I'm going to call this now, like we're going to do this, I think, at the start of every episode, whatever. I think potentially what's happened is Miss is in there, blonked him on the head. She rang the bell, whatever. He came in here. Okay, I'm not sure about the wine, though that is still quite an odd thing. She blonked him on the head, or the other guys were still here, and she paid them to help or whatever. Then she said to, tie her to the chair to stage it as a robbery, while in reality it was just her clobbering his freaking brains out. And potentially she blonked him on the head, and then he fell into the grate thing, which is how he died rather than this poker. Maybe. I'm probably pulling strands of this that don't go
The
together,
death
but whatever.
was instant.
Was it, though? You are that sure on that, Watson, are you? Because you've done fuck all else the rest of this game.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
But I don't know why
A
you
deer
wouldn't have.
hunt.
After having, blonked the dude on the head and tied the lady to the chair, I don't understand why you wouldn't have carried on robbing. You'd been pretty much on your own to, take the house for all it's worth.
I've searched outside for footprints without it.
Okay, then. It doesn't add up. It doesn't, I mean, the amount they took, the wine bottle, because again, the wine bottle, right? There's 3 of them there. I mean, there's 3 glasses. It doesn't make any sense. Does it? Does it make sense? I don't think it does. The lady did say that there were 3 people stood by the door, didn't she? The gate. Is there nothing here? Is there honestly nothing here? Okay. Oh, sorry, I've gone into first... How do I do that? How did I do that? I don't know. There we go. Ah. Well, that's not too bad. Ooh, can I... This is... What is in here, then? No, I cannot go that way, apparently. Yes, I just... It doesn't make sense. We need a dog. We need a dog to sniff. To sniff it all out. Do I need to have a look at that picture as well, or not?
A hunter
Yes, I do, apparently.
scene.
He's quite a...
A
I've read
hunting
hunter.
scene.
Hunted a lot.
A fur trader's
hunting.
cabin.
What is that picture? I haven't looked at that one, have I? Who is that? Can I not look at it further? I mean, I've looked at it. I don't need to look at it twice, do I?
It appears
Okay, so that's fine. Wait a minute. Was that the rope that they used to tie her up? Okay, let's do some links. Let's make some links. We have got a lot of fucking clues. Okay, okay. Glass of beeswing, a glass of some wine, and a large amount of beeswing. 2 glasses with traces of decanted wine, but without beeswing. Beautiful. Fireplace grate. Blood on the side of the fireplace grate. And it's a well-known violent behavior. So Eustace assaulted his wife 1 week ago. Bent poker. Criminals identified. Vandals are well-known. There we go. Knotted rope. Is that... It's great. Criminals identified. Goes with something else as well. From Australia. Moved and married to Eustace Bracknell shortly thereafter. The bell rope on the chair. Oh, it was the bell rope. There you go. It was tied with a sailor's knot. Can I do those? No, they're not. I thought they might go together. And that. And then, does the dead body go with anything else? No, it does. Maybe. Nope, it does not. Although dead body and fireplace, great. Potentially. Criminal behavior I've already done with that one. So that's not him though. That's the husband. Nope, that doesn't go with that, and it doesn't go with that. That's for damn sure. Knotted. No, it doesn't go with that. Just checking. Okay, so what do we have? The death of Sir Eustace could have been due to his accidentally striking his head on the fireplace. I think that is the one, you know. I know probably this is not, and this is like where the case goes and says, fuck you. What is it doing? Like, you've been so sneaky all the other fucking times, you got it right with the ice pick, and it's like, no, we're going to give you a straight-up case, I'm just going to throw a bunch of red herrings at you. The robbery was faked and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace. I really think it is this, you know? I just say. I'm really fucking thinking it is this. Is this? I want to say it's this. How does that not go together? Oh, Randall's blame. Yes. There were 3 people drinking wine out of the glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with beeswing. There were 2 people drinking wine out of the glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consisted solely of the dregs from the other 2 glasses. I believe this one. Oh, that doesn't go together, does it not? Okay, that's strange. That is strange. I don't understand how those 2 go together. Interesting. Some of the evidence can be used in investigation and will be marked with specific icons. Dialogue. Oh, I should go talk to the lady?
This?
I believe it. Hello again. I know you just love talking about this subject of your husband's death,
there are
but I
3
have more
glasses
questions.
on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Was there...
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
I don't trust you guys. This just did not add up for me. Okay, well, we need to get out of here then, because we need to go back to Baker Street and do an analysis of the freaking rope. Damn it. Tongue could not get around the word anal. Analysis. Never mind. Just never mind. It's all good. Okie dokie. So, Watson, are you listening? Or are you just taking notes for your book again? Probably taking more notes, aren't you? You scruffy little urchin.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
Examine
the
the
fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut.
So, scissors?
Let us try
Like
to
fabric
find
scissors?
out what tool was used to cut the rope.
I believe probably this. Oh, you're going to leave them
The
afraid, aren't
fibers
you?
from this cut appear to be different.
Yes. But what if it is... cutters? But that would leave it frayed, I think. It's got to be this one. Surely. You want one quick...
The fibers from this...
Is it the knife? Did you hold it against it? Surely not.
If
Oh,
I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
oh, okay, fair enough. I thought it'd be like, you know, pulled across the blade or whatever, and then and then it wouldn't be quite as smooth, you know.
My analysis
Okay, that's
table. It
interesting,
is
that is
useful for my
interesting.
work.
Okay, so I have another clue now, do I? Do I have another clue out of that? I do. Criminals identified. The bell rope was not torn, but cut with a knife, as sharp as the type which sailors used. Can't do that. I can do that, though. And then all that lot is all not taken so far. Say the background. The rope was cut with a sharp knife. Beautiful. Well, we know that one. That's fine. Okay. And then what do I need to do next then? So my next job is to inspect the room where Lady Bracknell is resting. Okay. Collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the scent trail. Investigate the murder at the Abbey Grange. Which is what I'm doing. Toby! Toby, Toby, Toby. Good boy. Come on, Toby. Let's
Come
go,
on,
my
Toby.
lovely little...
We need the best
bloodhound.
nose in the British Empire on this case.
Well, the second best anyway. We know which one's the first. We go back to the thing. I guess we take Toby with us at this point. I need to go. I'll quickly run into... Ah, he's in the cabin with me. Hello, Toby. You lovely little dog, you. It's cozy in here with the four of us. Stay. Yes, we'll run back into that other room and have a quick more inspection in case we've missed anything by the sounds of it. But I... Hello, Toby.
Search, Toby.
Search, Toby. Good boy. Go. Oh, I take control of the doggy. Watson, see, this is how invaluable, this is how lacking of value you are. Toby has more value than you do. That's why I can play as him. This is a cute ass. I gotta play as doggy. I can do first person with the doggy. This is a cute ass. This is lovely. Okay, I see we're going through the gate at the front. Oh, we're not going through. This is the little shed. This is the shed that I came to first, right? Interesting. Very interesting.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Yes, they were. Lovely little Toby. Toby.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
He is rather, isn't he? Then I go back this way. And then we go back to... We just go back to the room. Am I just following it back where it came? I'm assuming it's because they got the knife? Is it not that? No, it's... Okay, I'm not 100% sure why I did that. Because there's no... I mean, I guess the smell does not go away, does it? Okay, and then we go down here again. Sorry, give me 2 moments. It's the dog nose. I'm not used to it. That's what it is. I'm not experienced with dog nose. You know. Just so many smells. I just want to run around and sniff butts, basically. And that is all that happens. And I feel like they go this way then, do I? I do go this way. I did see a little faint sign of it, but I didn't think there was actually there. My bad. Okay, then round here. And then they went down the well? I believe they went down the well. Sherlock, get your butt over here.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
And then round here. So, potentially... Ooh, the vines. And they climbed that to make their way out, did they? So they went to the shed to get the knife, maybe? No, they would have a knife, wouldn't
The
they?
intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Yes, we shall investigate and find out, though. Oh yes, I'm now back to being Holmes, because I'm back to normal fucking height. Okay, we're going to run into that room over there first, because it did say that we have to investigate there still. There's stuff I'm missing from that room, otherwise that room would not be on our objective list anymore. Lestrade, are you still here? You are. What the fuck are you
don't
doing?
look at me like that.
What? You are not doing jack shit, my friend. Right, so I've spoken to you and I've spoken to you, but maybe there will be more to go through with you in the future. Well, no, there's that. My bad. I missed things off. I didn't see the icon picture.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Interesting. Remove the picture frame. Oh, it's
This
safe.
is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Miss Lady, I'm sorry to bother you once again. I know I just keep coming back. I should do it all in one go. But I need you to open the safe, my love.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have
Do
to
not.
open it. Your
Can I not do
ladyship.
it? Can I not just like, listen?
Let us try to open.
I
This
can do
safe
this.
can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okie dokie. Did it? Nope. Stop. There. That one. Beautiful. This isn't too hard. It's quite easy, actually. If this was what safe cracking is like, then sign me up. Awesome. Amazing. What can I say? How did no one else get that? How did you not crack his own safe? I would take
Antique
all of the
coins,
money.
possibly of value.
Take
but they're
all of the money.
scattered without care.
Just, you know, chipper. Why would you not take all the money? So, Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decompensation. Last time we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There's a particular odor from your breath. It's common in those suffering from liver damage. You drink too much, basically, my friend. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by anulteration to the nervous system. I know that's not how you say it, all right? Which in turn is caused by an excess of alcohol. What did I say? That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an evolving cirrhosis. There are also signs of ascites, fluid in the peritoneal cavity, which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left ribs indicates a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I'm available to help you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. Okay.
It is
Lot of
common
cash.
practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
This is true. I mean, all of the stuff they took, and they took only silverware and a bottle. Well, the bottle of wine is on the table, theoretically. So I don't really understand. This is quite suspicious. We're going to check the well. We're going to check the shed, and then we will end it off. Okay, we have got a good start. The thing with these cases is they amp up quite quickly, or they get to the end quite quickly, I should say. So although it seems like we always end off the first one fairly early, we haven't gone too far away from our normal
This
crime scene.
hook might be useful.
For what exactly?
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved. Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
What? Of course it's empty. All fucking suitcases are generally empty. Unless you're going on holiday, right? Inside the well. What do we have inside the well? Ooh,
There's
a
something
glittering object.
glittering at the bottom there. But how can I reach it?
I say rope and hook. Remove the bucket. Attach the hook. Do the wall. Do the wall, do the wheel. There you go. Let's fucking use your words, mate. There you go. Amazing. What can I say? Is this the silverware?
Silverware.
What
This
is-
hardly a coincidence.
This is... This is just lazy now.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
This is just lazy. Why would they not take them with them? The plot thickens. As I say, we are going to end this one right now. Thank you very much for coming out for today's episode. Let me know in the comments your theories on where this case is going to go. If you agree with me that she has done the dastardly deed and again has been trying to claim the money and hidden it here for those purposes. Because, ooh, what if it isn't? What? Because we don't know the scent belongs to those men. All we know is that it belongs to the same person who tied her up, right? So maybe it's like an act of it. It is the lady, the caretaker lady, the maid, who tied her up initially and then untied her. Maybe that is the scent we have had, and we went to the thing. Why would we have gone to the thing? Why would we have gone to the shed? To get the hook to put it down in the first place, I suppose? Because maybe, I guess they might have just dropped it down there, but I feel like they would have acted carefully. I think it is definitely them. I think the news report makes it too possible that they just taken the information from that report. But anyway, as I said, have a great day, have a great night. Whatever time zone you are in, stay happy, stay positive, stay cheesy. And while you're staying cheesy, chuck some cheddar on that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and continue to share the channel far and wide. I think by this point, or at least when I've recorded this, we're on 99 graters. Okay, 99. We have one more to go. We hit the lovely number of 100, which is not too bad work for our first sort of month, 6 weeks back at doing YouTube. We got a year, we got a whole rest of this year to go. Okay, 6 weeks. There's I mean, doing the math on this, I think there's a chance we can hit 1,000 before the year ends. But we shall see how things go. Have a great night, guys, and lots of love. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.